Hello everyone, I'm Nick from nextstepnick.com, and I'm not going to lie, we're re-recording this because I actually recorded this already. I went through talking about Refuge. Full disclosure, received a code from the developer, I'm going to get that out there now. I already recorded this once and thought, right, I've gone over this, I've reviewed this, I've said, well, it's bare bones, maybe there's the framework for a game here somewhere, but it's really weird, I don't know what it's trying to be, it doesn't run very well, the combat is pretty poor, the enemies are just assets that have been shoved into the game, I'm not really sure what's going on here other than a cheap cash grab. I thought, well, fair enough, you know, if you're charging £2 for this, it's not exactly something we haven't seen before on Steam. I just checked the price, it's $11.99! $11.99. I'm sorry, all of the understanding I had, and I try to be quite fair here, like I say, I do not want to crucify you for trying your best, but if you are putting out, let's be honest, a tech demo that doesn't run well, with no real gameplay, with assets you've clearly taken from a game creator that you've shoved into one place that have no cohesive relevance, and you're charging £11 for it, I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I saw this and just thought, I can't believe this. I played it and I laughed about it. When I played this, I had a bit of fun with it. I know it wasn't the developer's intention for me to have fun in the way I did, but I ran around getting items. I had no idea how to use them. I mean, there's no real tutorial or controls. I don't know how they work. But at the end of the day, I thought, fair enough, you know, at least they've tried. I got the code for free, I didn't even think about the price, and then when I looked at the price, I mean, there's so many items, I didn't know how to use any. I don't know what they do, it doesn't tell you what they do. I have no idea. When you first pick them up it does, but you don't know how to make them work. I mean, here with a frying pan, I have no idea how you use that, even now. There's no button that you really use. At one point, I literally went through hammering every button on the keyboard, and you'll see how that turns out in a minute. But I don't know what this is, and how you can have the gall to charge £11 for this. What is it? It's assets that make no sense. There are bears here with guns on the back. In a minute I get attacked by a giant ant, because of course I do. A minute ago they were mechanical human people. What is this? Like, what? Honestly, what is this? What am I doing with my life at this point to be playing this? I mean, here's an example. Earlier on I said, with the items, I didn't know how to use them. I start hammering the keys. I accidentally activate the console commands. So I end up turning the world like green. I fly out of my own body at one point. What's going on? What's going on? Disabling console commands is a pretty basic one, really. And I'm not saying, you know, I'm going through here really trying to get into the console. I think I pressed L. I think I pressed L, and I ended up clipping out of my own body, zooming into my own head, watching my head disappear, and then floating off to look at a tornado. I mean, all of this is understandable if you are charging £2, and even then I think you're pushing it. I think you're pushing it to be charging £2, because there's not a game here. You're running around doing these weird little events, killing enemies. Basically, there's no block either. You can dodge around. Enemies, most of them do contact damage as well as long-range damage, short-range damage. They hit you, they spam you. They never stop chasing you, by the way, so you can't, you know, evade them and come back. Some of them die in 1 hit, some of them die in 7 hits. There's no real reason for that. I don't know why that is. Sometimes you'll hit them with stuff, they die. Other times they just don't. And it's that, I thought, right, fair enough. You've tried to do something. Maybe you're just experimenting a bit. If you're charging 99p for this, fine. But £11. I mean, you can see a lot of items in the bottom left right now. I don't know how to use any of those. I don't know how to use any of those. I don't know what I'm doing. We're meant to be beating bosses, by the way. I went to see one of the bosses. I haven't included the footage because the game crashed. Because of course it did. And corrupted this. Corrupted the save. And corrupted the recording. Which was really enjoyable as well. So now you're selling something that doesn't make any sense. Is basically the most basic elements of a game with very little gameplay. Things that you've literally copy-pasted. I mean, fair enough, maybe if you created them yourself, and I'm fully happy to take that back if you did, but I doubt that you did. And then you're putting assets in like this tornado without being able to basically handle the frame rate. The frame rate is awful. That does nothing. That does nothing. You literally just run into the middle, that does nothing. And I'm sorry, I would be way more forgiving if you were charging barely anything. If you were giving this away for free, if you said, look guys, this is a basic test of what I can and can't do in this. I'm just having a go, having a bit of an experiment. I'm charging 99p, but it's going to grow in time. £11. Well, I'm really sorry, but as a developer, if you're going to keep doing that kind of thing, it's your path. that is end. Your path is end. Whatever the hell that means. Anyway, I'm sorry to be so flippant, guys. I do apologise. I always try and stay grounded, but £11. Do you know how much ice cream I could buy for that? Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in, guys. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. It really helps out. And head over to nextstepnick.com for all the latest news, reviews and articles. I'll see you again very soon.